Okay, so I'm gonna make this video before I get distracted again by the numerous things in this world. But what's up, guys? It's here, Bayanino, or Quadigy. And I'm back again with a nice little commentary, nothing really crazy today. I just wanted to take a little breather, before the week that lies ahead, the week that I'm gonna put in my ultimate grind, known as Blackout. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Blackout Battle Royale, Blackout Battle Royale, Battle Royale Call of Duty, whatever you want to address this as. It's gonna be nice to talk about for a little bit, because I wanted to talk about this topic for a bit, but I think now it's kind of fitting because we're almost there. And this is definitely something for people to think about, especially if they end up being pretty good at the game. And I guess, they want to pursue something a little bit different than the traditional, Call of Duty multiplayer that is present right here in front of you. So, becoming a pro player in Blackout, I think this could possibly be a possibility. I was talking to my boy Korean over Discord last night, and we were just throwing some ideas around, and I mean, I had already thought about this before, but we were thinking what if CWL and MLG? What if there's two different, because we already have the traditional multiplayer events, you know what I mean? Like those pro player events or whatever, MLG Anaheim, MLG I don't know. I just know Anaheim because I live near Anaheim, you know what I mean? But you get the senses of what I'm talking about, the COD World League, the CWL League, or CWL. There's that. And then there would be one for Blackout as well, you know what I mean? Kind of like how Fortnite has a Fortnite Summer Skirmish for all those types of pro players. And then there's community-led events like Keemstar with his Fortnite Fridays, which are coming back, by the way, which sounds pretty cool. But I just wonder how that's all gonna work, and if it is gonna work. I want to show you guys this tweet by David Vonderhaar at Treyarch and MLG, telling them to become for him to become a guest commentator at regionals or something. He wants to introduce Blackout into the competitive scene as well, kind of like how Fortnite has done it, because that also has helped Fortnite kind of blow up in a sense. So Treyarch, or Vonderhaar in general, is definitely listening around the community, in all types of games, not only PUBG but also Fortnite and all these other things. And I'm just wondering how much money is going to be invested in this. I don't know if they're going to be pretty generous this year with their money, because they've made a bunch of big baller bucks the past previous years. Not as much the past couple years, but definitely before then. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're still balling right now through all these COD points and microtransactions kind of thing, but it's not like a Fortnite level or anything, but I'm pretty sure that the money will be a hefty amount, you know what I mean? There's $1 million to be made in the COD champs this year, you know what I mean? Same with Fortnite Summer Skirmish. There's $1 million, I believe, to be made, at least across all the players, you know what I mean? Not just one player winning $1 million, but just across all the players in that 100, man game, 100-man woman game. It's just I'm really curious as to how much money would be divided, and I wonder how the whole competitive scene might work in that sense, because it's definitely something to think about, looking at the success of so many players like Aiden, another console Fortnite player who, with his encounters with Nick Merckx and Tilted Towers in Fortnite, has now grown some kind of following. The first place finisher, what was his name? Morg? I think, yeah, just Morg. I'm gonna say Morg because he has a long name on Twitter. I follow him on Twitter because this man was beasting it on the Fortnite Summer Skirmish. But even he said he had I think he said he had 1,000 followers before the end of that event, and then by the end of the event he has almost 15K or so. Some of these events are life-changing, and that being Fortnite, Call of Duty might not have the same juice as Fortnite does, but if you perform well at these events, he even got a shout out. He's followed by all these FaZe guys now. They might pick him up for FaZe, or they're looking at him. You know what I mean? This is a new avenue of opportunity for many gamers, many players, just everybody in the community. It's a new avenue to kind of make a name for themselves, and those that really take advantage of it could be well rewarded. So just thinking about how pro play is gonna work, I'm gonna guess the rules are gonna remain the same. In Fortnite, nothing pretty much has changed. Everything's allowed that's in the traditional Fortnite game, and that's a good thing, because You know, casual Fortnite players can watch a competitive Fortnite game because all the rules are the same. That's the thing. With Call of Duty and competitive Call of Duty, there's gun restrictions. There's a change in play style. There's so many. I mean, there's a change in play style in terms of competitive Fortnite too. Some people play slower. It depends on how the rules are set, though. That's the thing. It depends on how the rules are set. But for the most part, there's no restrictions in competitive Fortnite and like regular Fortnite because it's pretty much traditionally the same thing. You know, Fortnite is able to garner such a high audience, and even I get into it because it's just I understand the game because I played it, a good amount, and I understand what's going on. You know, when people see like professional Call of Duty, people are thinking like, hey, why isn't this guy running a shotgun, or why isn't this guy running a sniper, why isn't this like guy running around with a pistol, or I don't know, you know, little or LMG. You know, you hardly see any LMGs in competitive because you know they're just not in traditional they're not in competitive Call of Duty. You know, when it comes to the traditional multiplayer, that is. You know, when it comes to pubs and competitive, there's so many restrictions that I guess people get kind of confused, and it's not as exciting to watch because I guess they can't relate as much. But when you get something that's relatable and like no restrictions are applied, then that's when people really I guess pay attention to how people play. You know, obviously there's a different playstyle in competitive Fortnite. You know, there tends to be like 30 people on the last circle or something, which ends up being a whole big like fuck fest, you know, for lack of a better word. But people still enjoy it. People will still definitely enjoy it. You know, it might not be as enjoyable as Fortnite Fridays to some, but I definitely enjoy the Fortnite Summer Skirmish. I don't know, from my perspective, I enjoy it. That's just how it is. But see, like that's the thing. Like, if casual players are able to enjoy it, that's what matters the most. Because the casuals are what really guides this game, or guides these games to success. Not the competitive players themselves. They gotta listen more to the casuals for the most part. You know, look at Call of Duty. When it first bloomed, it was because of the casual play. The nuke in Modern Warfare 2, the kill streaks in Modern Warfare 2, and the gunplay in Modern Warfare 2 all played a big fucking part in, blowing that game up. In Black Ops 2, they had like the perfect medium. You know, I feel like Black Ops 2 was like the perfect crossover between competitive and regular multiplayer because it was the first time they introduced League play, and the maps were set in a way that allowed for competitive play even in public matches, and the kill streaks were damn fucking good. You know, the kill streaks were damn good. There was no nuke, but the kill streaks were good, and the gunplay was alright. It wasn't as good as Modern Warfare 2, for sakes. You know, I never played Modern Warfare 2, but I would imagine it'd be kind of like Modern Warfare 3 in a sense. But the gunplay is so similar, or the gunplay is so good, and the kill streaks being good, and just the maps being laid out the way they are, you know, it made it kind of easy for some pub players to really get into it, especially with the addition of League play. You know, I'm pretty sure a good amount of people tried out League play. I did for sure because I wanted to get that sense of a competitive COD without having to go through GameBattles.com and deal with booters and all this other shit. I mean, there was booters in ranked play. Don't get me wrong. You know, you guys know the booters in League play or whatever. But you know, it was just easy to just like, you know, click on the main menu, you know, go to League play and just find a match. It was, and with all the restrictions already applied. Like, I don't know. If Call of Duty can do that with Blackout, and people can make a career on Blackout and becoming a pro player on Blackout, then that's pretty awesome. Like, me personally, I feel like I would love to be a Blackout pro player, especially if it does well for me on YouTube. Like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, you know, Thieves, you know, Avery, you know, all the FaZe guys, you know, some of the bigger names, you know. I don't know if you would consider typical gamers because you're a pro player. But, like, I mean, I don't know. Would you consider Ninja a pro player? That's another thing, because that man's already, like, you know, balling out. But some people don't consider him a pro. That's the thing. That's what I don't get. So, I don't know what really signifies as a quote-unquote pro player in Fortnite. So, that's going to be kind of weird to say. But I'm just saying, like, when I say pro, I just mean, like, in terms of, like, events. You know what I mean? Events in Blackout, they should definitely be well known to the public and well advertised, like how Fortnite does it, in my opinion. Because I definitely knew about a lot of these events in Fortnite when I pretty much knew about no events in Call of Duty. I mean, that's probably because this last Call of Duty was kind of bad. But I just hope their advertising is on point when these competitive events, especially when it comes to Blackout, because that's how this game is really going to prosper. You know, multiplayer is still gonna do it well. It was definitely doing very well for people to enjoy when the beta was out. But I just feel like if Blackout can really pull this off, it can cause a mainstream change for Call of Duty that we haven't seen before. And I don't know, you know, for people that are saying, you know, I think it's a good thing. Some people might say it's a bad thing, but it's more needed than ever now, especially with how Call of Duty has been in these past couple of years. So, I mean, I don't know if this commentary made any sense at all. I just wanted to speak my mind because, you know, I'm just definitely considering this for the future, because if I end up being very good at Blackout, then you guys might see a lot more Blackout gameplay than multiplayer gameplay. But I'm definitely going to try to do both as much as I can, but just, you know, depending on tomorrow and the rest of this week, man, we'll just definitely see what goes down. Expect to stream tomorrow right when Blackout, you know, comes out, or probably like an hour or two before. And expect videos all throughout the week. I don't know if you can expect much streams, but definitely the first day, I definitely want to give you guys my first experience and see how hyped I get. And see what like little secrets we unlock while playing Blackout Battle Royale. So I just want to say thank you for all the love and support this past year on Call of Duty World War II. I don't know what I'm going to do after Blackout, but that's a time to discuss for a different day. But yeah. Leave a like on this video if you're excited for Blackout, and just know that I love you guys with all my heart. You guys are all freaking amazing. And I'll see you guys all later. Bye.